Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong. I know.
And I'm waiting, trying to figure out. It's getting late. It's almost 9 o'clock. It look like Trump is still winning, but I still don't know yet. Or is she catching up since last time I looked at these stats? But it's neck and neck. I seen one page they showed me it was 50-50. So I couldn't tell you, but I'm still riding on Trump. You know what I'm saying? I'm still riding on Trump. Because I know he gonna be the next president. And it's the latest news right here where I'm at, Fox 26. Nope, this is Channel 30. I was trying to catch myself on the news at the voting polls, showing my black pride. So I don't know, y'all. It's not even 9 o'clock out here. It's almost 9 o'clock. Almost 9 o'clock.
The smart thing to do was to stay in the European Union. And en masse, a great wave of the unwashed. Britain is a very class-based society, and the people who voted for Brexit were the people who were not in the higher classes for sure. And they came out and they sucked
Fresno, California, local news, y'all.
Feel like that's what's happening because of Donald Trump. And I just want to take a step back here. This is an astonishing personal triumph. As Tom just pointed out, this was not a campaign by any normal sense. This was a personal endeavor. And one thing struck me while these results were coming in, a quote from his sister, Marianne Trump Berry, who's a judge on the New York State Supreme Court. She said, "I knew better even as a child than to even attempt to compete with Donald because he always wins."
Martha Raddatz, I wonder what Vladimir Putin is thinking right now.
I think Vladimir Putin is probably very excited right now, and I think other world leaders are a little fearful of what would happen under a Trump presidency. I think some members of the senior officers in the military are probably a little nervous about this too. I mean, he's basically said the generals have been reduced to rubble. Let's remember what the Trump supporters are voting for. He asked for a ban on Muslims, build a wall, defended Mexicans, the disabled, lashed out at a Gold Star family, the military fighting in Mosul around there. He said they shouldn't tell people what's happening, and the Access Hollywood tape. That Access Hollywood tape, we haven't talked a lot about this evening.
What is that?
But the white working class men I spoke to after that Access Hollywood tape was released didn't care. I mean, really didn't care.
evangelical votes than we have ever seen in our exit polling, 80-some%. And it might not have been a campaign for Donald Trump in the traditional sense, but there was definitely a campaign in the churches. There were videos that went out on Sunday of Mike Pence talking in the churches, buses that went out, and that turnout is the highest we've ever seen for a presidential candidate.
George, let's also
Use the word fear in talking about how foreign leaders are responding to this. I've got a number of emails from friends of mine of color across the country. And there's also a level of fear growing in brown America. Because if you look at the optics of the Trump rally, to many people that looks like 1950 America. You don't see many brown people walking around that room. And so I think there's a sense with some of the rhetoric we've heard throughout the campaign that this, if Trump goes on to win, this may be a wonderful opportunity for him to now pivot back to people of color and say, don't be nervous. Because many people are nervous this evening.
Another piece of good news for Republicans coming in.
I ain't even gonna say nothing, y'all.
And that is the incumbent Republican Senator Ron Johnson has defeated former Senator Russ Feingold right there, 52-45. So, Bill Kristol, that means if this continues to go the way we see it going right now, you will have that Republican Senate.
Looks that way, or at least 50-50 with Republican maybe Vice President breaking the tie. And incidentally, another state, Pennsylvania, which Secretary Clinton's ahead in most, you can't just eyeballing it. Most of the vote looks to me like it's Republican vote that's outstanding. That blue wall that everyone, this always happens in politics, right? When I came to Washington, it was the electoral lock that Republicans had. The Democrats couldn't pick after 80, 84, 88, those three big Republican victories in a row. Then there's the Democratic blue wall, but the Democratic blue wall, which was Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, those were three of the key states, and it looks like it's totally crumbling.
And that Wisconsin Senate race is a shocker. That was one that most Republicans today that I spoke to thought was going to go to the Democrats. So we have a very good day for Republicans, not just, and not good for all Republicans on the top, but a very good day for Republicans in the Senate and also the House, because it looks like we are projecting that they will lose no more than 9 and possibly as few as 5 seats in the House. That's far less than they thought they were going to
Let's dig into Wisconsin a little bit more. What are you seeing at county in Wisconsin?
Let's take a look. It's Madison County. We see 70. In Madison, we see 71% of the votes in. Obviously, huge Clinton vote there, but 29% still to come in.
29% still to come in. Yeah.
Dane, right next door. Wait. I don't have Dane County at my. Oh, there it is. Dane County. 71% in, and obviously it's a big Democratic county. So there still are a lot of outstanding Democratic votes potentially out there.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.